What's up, guys? I am back with another video. So from the title you can tell it's story time, story time, story time. So if you've not subscribed already, please do that now. I'm not making this video to bash anyone. I'm just making it so that my fellow ladies can learn from my mistakes and they don't get to make the same mistakes. So yeah, let's get to it. When I was younger, I kept hearing that men tell a lot of lies. Men lie. We've all heard that somehow. And I didn't really understand what people meant by that until I experienced it firsthand. So a while ago, I think I was 19, yes, I met this guy. He was really cool. He asked me out on a date. So I've not tried bowling before and I really wanted to have fun on that date, and obviously I asked him if he was okay going bowling with me and he said it was fine. We chose to go on that date on a Tuesday. I had something to do in school and he obviously went to work, so we decided to meet up around 4 p.m. when we were both done with what we were doing. So I dressed up, got dressed, this very nice yellow jumpsuit. I even got a new hair because I was trying to like look nice. It was the first time I was dating in a while. And 5 p.m. I kept trying his number, he wasn't picking. Then he called me around. I got angry and I said to start going home. He called me on my way home and he was like, he's really sorry. That was around, I think, 5:30, about that. He called me and he was like, he's really sorry he couldn't make it. His boss didn't let him leave the office. And I thought about it. I was like, oh, it was kind of my bad choosing to go on a date on a weekday when I knew that he was not like an entrepreneur. He was working for someone and he might not be free. So we're like, okay. I think the next week we decided to go again. This time we chose a weekend, and it was around the time that Black Panther just came out. So the fact that we decided to go on a weekend now gave me opportunity to like see Black Panther with him, and then we'll still try and bowl what we planned earlier. So basically this guy agreed to everything. It was on a Saturday. I dressed up again with my full face beats and I was waiting. We were supposed to meet up by 3 p.m. I was waiting around 4. I kept calling him like, where are you? Where are you? And he told me that his car broke down on Echo Bridge. For those of us that live in Lagos, you know where Echo Bridge is. I'm like, oh wow, your car broke down on Echo Bridge. Why don't you like call your mechanic? He said yes, that he has done that already. I'm like, okay, can't you like leave the car with him and take a cab and come meet me? He said he didn't even say anything. Like, he stopped replying my text, he stopped calling, he stopped picking my calls. And so I felt so stupid. I was like, you know what, I'm not going to wait for a guy to take me to see Black Panther. I want to see this movie and I'll see it on my own. So I went to the cinema and I saw the movie. He texted me around 6 that, oh, where am I, that he wants to come and meet me up now, that he's done, like he has fixed his car. I was like, I'm already in the cinema. I don't know what you're saying. Maybe we'll reschedule or something. So I don't even want to have anything to do with you anymore. I didn't even think of rescheduling that time because first time is a mistake. Second time, really, you stood me up 2 times and you've not even gone out with me before. Like, you're supposed to try to be getting me. I don't understand. So he kept on begging. All these things went down in February. So on 1st April, I still remember the date because he really caught me with something that I like. On 1st April, oh no, you guys, that was not, he stood me up 3 times before we went on a date. 3 times, you guys, 3. The 3rd time, I remember him giving an excuse about his mom, saying that he doesn't really come to visit her often, so his mom sees these keys when he went to visit her and he couldn't make it. This is a grown-ass man. So the time he eventually got to make it, he caught me with something that I really like. It was on 1st April, I still remember, 2018. Chelsea and Tottenham were playing. It was on a Sunday, and you know me, I really love football, and then I love food. I was going to eat. He told me that I would eat and we would watch football. So I was like, I wasn't really doing anything. All my roommates had gone home. I was like, okay, let's just go. Let's just get this thing over with. And then we went on that date. He wooed me and we started dating. When I told my best friend about this thing, she was like, wait, you're dating the guy that stood you up 3 times before you eventually, like, are you okay? I'm like, he's nice. Maybe things actually came up then. And that was the beginning of the whole thing. Now, ladies, I have to tell you guys, please, 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 men, ladies and gentlemen, please do not ignore the red flags, because those are the things that will eventually end the relationship. These were red flags that I ignored. Now, let me tell you how the whole thing went down. We started dating, and it became like a routine for him. He was always late on dates. He was always giving excuses. He was always... And I think I eventually detected a pattern. Like, I love to live my best life. If you can't afford it, I will do it for myself. So when I started dating this guy, I knew that he wasn't really boxed up. I didn't have any problem with that because he was a really nice person, and I'm not the kind of girl that will date someone based on how much is in their pocket. So this guy, the pattern was, we would choose a place to go to. Now, my issue was not even the fact that he could not even pay for those places. My issue was that he would agree to go to these places. Why don't you just let me know that, oh, Peggy, I can't afford this place. Can we try something else? Like, let me tell you why I said he couldn't afford it. He didn't tell me. I just realized. I'll choose to go to, maybe we'll choose to go to a very expensive restaurant, or not even restaurants. I never picked that. I always just wanted to have fun. There was a time I wanted to ride horses, and I found this very nice place to do that. And the price was kind of on the high side. This guy said it was okay that we would go, and he would always turn up late. Like, most of those areas that we were supposed to go to, they were always far from where we stayed. When it's time for the date, he would tell me something came up. He wouldn't pick my calls till like 1 hour, 30 minutes later, or 2 hours later, sometimes 3 hours. And then he would start blowing up my phone that, oh, where are you? Let me come and meet you up. And most of the times, I always dress up. Like, I'm in my room, it's time to go on a date. I don't usually have time to dress up, and whatever is going to make me do that, I like to do it today. And I'm all dressed up, and then someone from nowhere is keeping me waiting. I just get annoyed, and I will maybe go to somewhere close to, get something to eat, or see a movie, or just do something I enjoy, play games, watch football. So he noticed that I didn't really like getting dressed and then staying in my room. So he would always call me like 2 or 3 hours later, like, where are you? And when I tell him where I am, he will now come to where I am and pay for whatever I'm doing there, which would be lesser. Like, sometimes he'll even be the one to like suggest those places, like, oh babe, it's already getting late, why don't we try and go to this place that is closer so we don't get stuck in traffic? That closer place is always the cheaper place. You guys, I wouldn't say I was a fool. I was naive, and I was trying to give someone the benefit of the doubt. He decided that on his own. He just told me that he was going to get me a new phone, and I had already saved up for a phone. So I was like, okay, my boyfriend said he's going to get me a new phone. Why don't I just keep this money in my account and probably leave it in my savings or use it for something else? So that was now the mistake I made. This guy decided that he was going to order the phone from Jumia. Now, for those of you that don't know, Jumia is an online shopping website. This guy decided to get the phone from Jumia. I'm like, okay, I usually get all my phones from Slots. Why don't you go to Slots and buy the phones instead of going to Jumia? Jumia will probably waste time. You can just step into Slots and get the phone and come out. We don't really have to wait. He said no, that Jumia is always the one that he gets his phones from. He wanted to buy a new phone too. He said that Jumia, he always gets his phones from Jumia, so he must get the phone from Jumia. I'm like, okay, it's your money. Do whatever you want to do, wherever you want to buy it from. It's fine. I waited for 1 month and I didn't see anything. I asked him, babe, where is the phone you promised to get me? He was like, oh, yeah, that he actually ordered it. That they made a mistake, so he had to send it back. I'm like, okay. He said that he would go and check in with them and know what the problem is the next day. And the next day he called me. Apparently he was in their shop. I don't know how true that was. He called me and he was like, okay, they said that the phone that I wanted was not available, so he would give them another week. If he's not yet ready, that he would cancel the order. And he was the one, like, I wasn't even bugging him. The next week he called me, he told me that he wasn't ready, so he had to cancel the order. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I had to put it to him like, but I told you not to order this phone from Jumia. We could have just walked into Slot and picked up the phone. He said that no, that he always gets it from Jumia, blah 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 blah. I'm like, okay, whatever you say. The next week I didn't hear anything from him. He didn't mention the phone again. He didn't tell me if he cancelled the order. He didn't just mention it. So after like a month, I reminded him that, oh, babe, you said how far the phone, like, and I told me that he used the money he was supposed to use to buy the phone for me to register for a course, to like make his, like, a course to make his career better. I'm like, okay, that's fine, but you should have just told me about that, so I won't be having in mind that I was expecting a new phone from you. He said, I now realized that this guy was doing this, like, he told me he wanted to order the phone from Jumia because he just wanted to play me. If he really wanted to get me a phone, he would have just walked into Slots. There are even other shops. And the last straw, the one that made me like say I can't do this anymore, was my sister's birthday is 2 weeks after my birthday. My sister Winifred Carl, you guys, some of you would know her. 2 weeks after my birthday. So he was going through some family issues during my birthday. He couldn't show up. I had like a little get together with my friends. He couldn't show up. So on a Saturday, my sister's birthday was on a Sunday. Saturday night, he called me and he was like, don't say anything, just answer my questions. What's your shoe size? I told him 40, 41. He said, what's your favorite color? I said pink. He said, shoe or bag? I said shoe. I was like, okay, I'll bring you your birthday gift tomorrow and we'll go out. I'm like, okay. He didn't show up on my birthday. Maybe he was just trying to make it up to me. My sister called me that she was having a birthday dinner and I needed to come home to come celebrate with her. But because I didn't want to miss my birthday gifts, my so-called boyfriend is very, very erratic, and I didn't want to miss my birthday gifts. Maybe if I say I'm not going to be around now, that will be the end of it. So I just told her that, oh, I can't make it, I have something to do. Sunday came. We were supposed to meet up by 2. You guys, whenever I remember this thing, I go mad, I go crazy. How can someone lie so much? This guy told me that he was having a family meeting by 2. We're supposed to meet up by 2. He texted me that he was having a family meeting. He's going to be a little bit late. I'm like, oh, here we go again. I started waiting for him. Around 4, he said, oh, that he's done with the meeting now. He's going home to pick up the stuff that he ordered for me. The gift, the present that he ordered for me. You guys, at this point, I wasn't even, like, I was just fuming. I wasn't even texting him. He was the one that was just texting me. I was not replying. I was just reading the whole messages. He now texted me around 4:30 that he had gotten home. His brother was not at home. His brother was the one that received the order, and his brother locked up my present in his room. Like, I'm living in a house with my sister. Something came in for me. Like, there was a delivery for me, and my sister would lock up my delivery in her room and leave and take the key of the house and drop in my cousin's house. How does that make sense, you guys? How does that make sense? I was just holding myself. He now told me that, okay, he's going to his cousin's place. At this point, I was already like, I just wanted to, like, where is this story going to end? Like, I just wanted to know. He told me he was going to his cousin's place to get the key of his brother's room. He got to his cousin's place. He told me his cousin was not around. His cousin was not around. And eventually, his cousin came back around 6 p.m. A date that was supposed to be by 2 p.m. His cousin came back around 6, and he told me, oh, that he has gone to, his cousin came back. His cousin does not know where the key is. He can't bring me the gift anymore. That he will just meet up with me and we'll go and get something. I lost it. I just started screaming. Are you stupid? Are you? I'm not allowed to curse on this. I lost it, you guys. I started calling him names. How stupid do you think I am? God, I was so mad. People were gathering in my room, like, what's going on? My roommate was just looking at me because she has never seen me that mad before. I literally regretted that 6 months I stayed with him. And whenever you see the red flags, ladies and gentlemen, especially the ladies, whenever you see the red flags, please don't ignore it. He's not going to change. Stop giving yourself that, like, whatever he gives you from the start, he's not going to change. Stop having hopes. Just let it go. Let him go. It's not worth it, you guys. It's not worth it. I wasted 6 months with this guy when I should have been, like, building myself or something. Okay, I wouldn't really say I wasted it. I learned something, at least I won't date a liar again, hopefully. So guys, yeah, that's the end of my story. I hope you learned a lot from this vlog. Do not ignore the red flags, and I'll bring you guys another video next week. Don't forget to subscribe, please. Hit the subscribe button. You can drop your comments in the comment section. I will see you all next week.